Now, Las Vegas just pulled the ultimate plot twist. What's happening here right now? Well, I'll say to you that inventory is up. Buyer demand has shrunk incredibly this year, as well as the builders are offering incentives like we've never seen before. But this isn't 2008, this is a very different story. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about everything that's happening in the market so far in 2025 and what to expect for the rest of the year. So if you're interested, stick around, let's get started. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Jennifer Graff with the New Home Experts at Douglas Elliman Real Estate, and I've been selling real estate here in Las Vegas for quite some time. And today we are out at the beautiful Regency Towers here in Las Vegas. This is an amazing building, especially if you want to be near everything that the Strip has to offer. We are so close, and yet if you pan out here, you can see how beautiful this is. You have the golf course views. This is an absolutely amazing building if you're thinking about retiring here in Las Vegas. Now, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about everything that's happening in the market right now and really what it means for you if you're considering purchasing here in Las Vegas, really Q3 or Q4 of 2025. Or if you're considering putting your home on the market, there's some really important facts that you need to know so that you can be a successful seller in 2025. Okay, so what I'd like to start with is to give you all some context as far as what's happening. Right now it is September, so at the end of August, there were over 7,200 homes on the market here locally in Las Vegas sitting without offers. Now, those days on market have also stretched out to be anywhere between 40 and now 65 days. And finally, we are starting to see some easing in prices. So the median home price is now down from $485. We are now down to $480. There are chances that we probably will see that continue to drift down. Now, the reason why this is happening, well, there's many factors. Of course, interest rates have played a huge part of it. As far as affordability for here in Las Vegas, there's just the realistic thought of like, what the median house price is, what that down payment is, and then what really people can afford when they're looking at these higher interest rates as far as their monthly payment. Now, as far as what's going forward, the builders are really putting their foot on the gas as far as trying to end this year strong as they possibly can, and really get a lot of that inventory off their books that has started to flood our market. So what are the builders doing? Well, I know I've mentioned it in past videos, but they're definitely doing some incredible incentives right now, whether you're looking for rate buy downs. Absolutely, they're doing price cuts. They're doing a lot of offering of washers and dryers and refrigerators and blinds, and there's just a lot happening right now for the new build market. So for that specifically, I do have right here my guide for Summerlin if you are interested in what's happening in Summerlin and what the prices are and what's available in Summerlin right now for new build. I do have my guide. You can click that link below and it will be updated for September. So you'll have all of the best data for new home construction. Now, what else are we seeing? So one of the things I did mention very early on in this video is that it's not 2008, right? So here, let me break down for you all the reasons why this feels a lot different than it did back in 2008. I was here in 2008 selling real estate, so I am very familiar with what that market was then and really what the differences are now if you are considering buying or selling the second half of this year. Okay, so here's all the reasons why we are not in 2008. If you recall 2008, a lot of the reasons why things went sideways is people were getting into mortgages they absolutely could not afford. I recall because I was actually selling new homes at the time. Now you have people in their homes that are actually sitting on quite a bit of equity, and they're sitting on mortgage rates that are in the sometimes 2, 3, and 4%. So you have a really good amount of people that are very comfortable for where they're at. Yes, they may want to move, but at the end of the day, they are very comfortable with where they are. Here is another really important point. When you think about the infrastructure happening here in Las Vegas that's quietly being built, and sometimes, again, I think it kind of falls out people's radar, but remember we have Cello Tower, That is currently slated to be completed in 2027. That is going to be the brand new high-rise tower in Symphony Park. You also have in McDonald Highlands, you have the Four Seasons, the ultimate luxury high-rise building. Those starting prices are in the $4 million range, and that will really add a whole other layer to living in Henderson. Then, of course, you also have to consider the fact that we have baseball coming in the next few years. And really, even though our market has softened, there is still quite a bit of money coming into Las Vegas because really the long-term bet is still happening here in Las Vegas. Something else to consider, the builders are still going to be building in 2026 and 2027, but they're getting a lot smarter about what they're building and what's coming on market. One of the biggest projects or most anticipated for next year is Taylor Morrison's Esplanade. That is going to be resort style living in Red Rock of Summerlin, so incredible location. What's really unique about this is that in other markets, they have built Esplanade, like in Naples, Florida, as a 55 and over community. Here in Las Vegas, it is not going to be age restricted, but it is going to be an absolutely amazing community. I'm very excited because this weekend I'm actually going to be going to one of their initial kickoff parties to learn all about what's happening with that Taylor Morrison project. But that is just one of many projects happening here in Las Vegas. Of course, you also have Lennar that is going to be building right at the cusp of Summerlin, right where that Queens Ridge golf course has sat for many years. So there is still so many projects as far as even just the builders, as far as although they're going to plan on slowing their starts in 2026, the overall plan and what they're investing in for Las Vegas for next year and in years to come still remains very strong. Here's another very important thing that I've noticed in this year in 2025. Back in 2008, I remember, the market was pretty much completely dead. And although things have slowed down, when sellers price their home correctly, sellers price their home for the market that we're currently in, and they make their home look beautiful. So for example, I just had a gorgeous listing in Spanish Trail. It had been listed by another agent not going to mention. However, we did drop the price considerably. And then we also had the property, beautifully staged. So not only was it really well priced for the market we're currently in, we had it beautifully staged. And within 2 weeks, we had an offer and we are under contract. So that is very real. That is the market that we're currently in. So when I have buyers that are looking, and I've got a lot of people from LA and of course other parts of the country that are looking to buy in Las Vegas, when sellers are pricing their home correctly and maybe they're offering some incentives and the home is priced for what condition that it's in. If it needs a remodel, it needs to be priced that way. If it's staged beautifully, it can maybe be priced a little bit higher, but ultimately, if it's priced correctly for the market that we're in, things are still selling. And in this market, again, the fact that things have slowed down, but there is still sales happening, means that eventually I think things will turn around. Okay, so here's why timing is everything, and this window of opportunity might not last. And the fact is that builder permits are already down 39% for next year. So that means they're just building less homes next year. So obviously the deals that they're making now, the inventory they're trying to get off their books, the rate buy downs and everything that they're doing right now in order to move homes, it's just really not going to be that same market next year. So why not try to take advantage of that? Now, again, as a seller, if you're pricing your home correctly and you go into it with a realistic mind of what you can actually get your home sold for, those sellers are actually getting those deals done. And it's happening every day because I have buyers coming in from out of town and they're buying homes and they're seeing that if the price is right and it is what they're looking for, then they're absolutely going under contract and they're purchasing that home. Now, next year, again, with the inventory down from the builders, things are definitely going to be shifting. Already now, as far as rates starting to ease up, we've had more mortgage applications in this past week than we've seen since 2022. So the demand is there, and the demand may just be coming back when those rates start to ease and people start to feel more comfortable coming back to market. So here's the reality, is that the long-term betting is still on Las Vegas. There is still projects happening here. The builders, although they're going to be, again, dropping their starts for next year, they haven't disappeared. They're still going to be building. People are still relocating to our city, and the businesses are still recognizing that, and the inventory for next year will be lighter, but the infrastructure here is continuing to grow. So if you are considering moving to Las Vegas and you've been watching my videos and probably some other videos as far as what's happening, and you're wondering, I don't think anybody can ever time the market exactly right. But this is really a window of opportunity that I have not seen in years. And again, when I'm seeing buyers come to market and they're excited about what they can find here in Las Vegas and really live their dream lifestyle here, then I think the end of this year is really a fantastic time to consider Las Vegas if you are thinking about moving here. Okay, so if you are considering purchasing here in Las Vegas, this window of opportunity might be short. Again, inventory next year is slated to come down, especially from the builders. So we already know that. So as far as this opportunity, it could be a very unique window. If you'd like really to get an overall picture of what's happening here in Las Vegas and really just all the factual information I shared with you, go ahead and download my primer. I'm gonna put it right here, but it'll be the link down below. Great information, everything that's happening in Las Vegas and how it can really apply to you if you are considering relocating here. As well as I mentioned earlier, I do have my Summerlin guide for new construction. If you're interested in finding about all the new home builder deals that are happening right now, go ahead and again, picture here, but the link will be down below. A fantastic look at everything that's happening in new construction right now for all of those amazing deals. Now, if you are considering a move to Las Vegas, again, this could be a really short window of fantastic opportunity. So make sure to go ahead and download those two guides. Okay, before I forget, because we are wrapping up, I wanted to mention again that we are out here in beautiful Regency Towers. This is an amazing building. The location is incredible. You are in a master plan community of Las Vegas Country Club, but you are so close to the Strip and the prices are amazing. This is a gorgeous one-bedroom residence, one bedroom, 1.5 baths, priced at $425,000, 1,244 square feet. So again, opportunity abounds. Now, I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video today. I hope you enjoyed getting a little bit more insight on what's happening in our local market. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.